Mercurio, but she will love you now Valentine is banished from her sight.
Since his exile she hath despised me most, forsworn my company, and railed at me that I am desperate of obtaining her.
This weak impress of love is like a figure trenched in ice, which with an hour's heat dissolves to water and doth lose his form. A little time will melt her frozen thoughts, and worthless Valentine will be forgot. Now, Sir Proteus, is your countryman, according to our proclamation, gone?
Gone, my good lord.
My daughter takes his going grievously.
A little time, my lord will kill that grief.
So I believe. Mercurio thinks not. Proteus. The good conceit I hold of thee, for thou hast shown some sign of good desert, makes me the better to confer with thee.
Longer than I prove loyal to your grace, let me not live to look upon your grace.
Thou knowest how willingly I would effect the match between Mercurio and my daughter.
I do, my lord.
And also thou art not ignorant how she opposes her against her will.
She did, my lord, when Valentine was here.
Aye. And perversely, she perseveres so. What might we do to make the girl forget her love for Valentine and love Mercurio?
The best way is to slander Valentine with falsehood, cowardice, and poor descent. 3 things women highly hold in hate.
Aye, and she will say that it is spoken hate.
Aye, if his enemies speak it. Therefore it must with circumstance be spoken by one who she esteemeth as his friend.
Then you must undertake to slander him.
And that I shall be loath to do. 'Tis an ill office for a gentleman, especially against his very friend.
Where your good word cannot advantage him, your slander never can endamage him. Therefore the office is indifferent, being entreated to it by your friend.
You have prevailed, my lord. If I can do it by aught that I can speak in his dispraise, she shall not long continue love to him. But say this weed her love from Valentine, it follows not she should love Mercurio.
Therefore, as you unwind her love from him, lest it should ravel and be good to none, you must provide to bottom it on me, which must be done by praising me as much as you in worth dispraise Sir Valentine.
And Proteus, we dare trust you in this kind, because we know from Valentine's report you are already love's firm votary, and cannot soon revolt and change your mind. Booyah! Upon this warrant shall you have access, where you, with Sylvia, may confer at large, for she is heavy, lumpy, melancholy, and for your friend's sake will be glad of you, where you may temper her by your suggestion to hate Sir Valentine and love my friend.
As much as I can do, I will effect. But you, Sir Mercurio, are not sharp enough. You must lay lime to tangle her desires by wailful sonnets, whose composed rhymes should be full fraught with serviceable vows.
Such is the power of heaven-bred poesy.
Say that upon the altar of her beauty you sacrifice your tears, your sighs, your heart. Write till your ink be dry, and with your tears moist it again, and frame some feeling line that may discover such integrity. For Orpheus's lute was strung with poets' sinews, whose golden touch could soften steel and stones, make tigers tame, and huge leviathans forsake unsounded deeps to dance on sands. After your dire lamenting elegies, visit by night your lady's chamber window with some sweet consort, to their instruments tune a deploring song. The night's dead silence will well become such sweet complaining grievance. This, or else nothing, will inherit her.
This discipline shows that thou hast been in love.
And thy advice this night I'll put in practice. Therefore, sweet Proteus, my direction giver, let us into the city presently to sort some gentleman well skilled in music. I have a sonnet that will serve the turn to give the onset to thy good advice.
Ay, ay, ay. About it, gentlemen.
We'll wait upon your grace till after supper, then determine our proceedings.
Even now, about it, I will pardon thee.
If there be 10, shrink not, but down with them.
Sirs, and throw a staff you have about you. If not, we'll make you sit
And rifle you.
Sir, we are undone. These are the villains that all the travellers do fear so much.
Oh, my friends, please!
That's not so, sir. We are your enemies.
Peace!
We'll hear him.
Aye, by my beard will we, for he is a proper man.
Oh, well, then know that I have little wealth to lose. A man I am, crossed with adversity. My riches are these poor habiliments for which, if you should here disfurnish me, you take the sum and substance that I have.
Whither travel you?
To Verona,
Whence came you?
from Milan.
Have you long sojourned there?
Some 16 months, and longer might have stayed if crooked fortune had not thwarted me.
What, were you banished then?
I was!
For what offence?
For that which now torments me to rehearse. I killed a man. Whose death I much repent, yet I slew him manfully in fight, without false vantage or base treachery.
Why, ne'er repent it if it were done so. But were you banished for so small a fault?
I was, and held me glad of such a doom.
Whoa.
Нет, пожалуйста, он мой друг.
Ты говоришь по-русски?
Да.
Have you the tongues?
Well, my youthful travel therein made me happy, or else I've often been miserable.
Sirs, a word.
By the bare scalp of Robin Hood's fat friar, this fellow were a king for our wild faction.
We'll have him.
Master, be one of them. It's an honourable kind of thievery.
Peace, villain.
Tell us, do you have anything to take to?
Nothing but my fortune.
Know then that some of us are gentlemen, such as the fury of ungoverned youth thrust from the company of awful men. Myself was from Verona banished for practising to steal away a lady, a niece and heir allied unto the Duke.
And I from Mantua for a gentleman who in my mood I stabbed unto the heart.
And I for such like petty crimes as these. But to the purpose! For we cite our faults that they may hold excused our lawless lives.
And partly, seeing as you are beautified, with goodly shape.
And by your own report, a linguist. And a man of such perfection we do in our quality much want.
Indeed, because you are a banished man. Therefore, above the rest, we parley you.
Are you content to be our general?
To make a virtue of necessity and live as we do in this wilderness.
What sayest thou?
Wilt thou be of our consort?
Say I, and be the captain of us all.
We'll do thee homage and be ruled by thee.
Love thee as our commander and our king.
But if thou scorn our courtesy, thou diest. Thou shalt not live to brag what we have offered.
I take your offer, and I will live with you, provided that you do no outrages on innocent women or poor passengers.
No! We detest such vile, base practices. Come, we'll bring you to our crew and show you all the treasure that we have, which, with ourselves, all rest at thy dispose.
Already have I been false to Valentine, and now I must be as unjust to Chorio. Under the colour of commending him, I have accessed my own love to prefer, but Sylvia is too fair, too true, too holy to be corrupted with my worthless gifts. When I protest true loyalty to her, she twits me with my falsehood to my friend. When to her beauty I commend my vows, she bids me think how I have been forsworn in breaking faith with Julia, who I loved. And notwithstanding all her sudden quips, the least whereof would quell a lover's hope, yet spaniel-like, the more she spurns my love, the more it grows and fawneth on her still. But here comes Chorio. Now must we to her window to give some evening music to her ear.
And Master Proteus, you crept before us?
Aye, gentle Chorio, for you know that love will creep in service where it cannot go.
Aye, but I hope, sir, that your love not here.
I do, sir, or else I would be hence.
Who, Sylvia?
Aye, Sylvia. For your sake!
I thank you for your own. Now, musicians, let's tune and to it lustily a while.
Now, my guest, methinks you're melancholy. I pray you, why is it?
Well, marry mine host, because I cannot be merry.
Come, we'll have you merry. I'll bring you where you shall hear music and see the gentleman that you asked for.
But shall I hear him play?
Aye, that you shall.
That will be music.
Hark, hark.
Is he among these?
Aye, for peace. Let's hear him.
One and two and
Who is Sylvia? What is she that all our swains commend her? Holy, fair, and wise is she, the heavens such grace did lend her, that she might admire be. Is she kind as she is fair, for beauty lives with kindness, love doth to her eyes repair, to help him of his blindness, and being helped inhabits there. Then to Sylvia let us sing, that Sylvia is excelling, yeah. She excels each mortal thing upon the dull earth dwelling. To her let us garlands
How now? Are you sadder than you were before? How do you, man? The music likes you not.
You mistake. The musician likes me not.
Why, my pretty youth?
He plays false.
How? Out of tune on the string?
Well, not so, but yet so false that he grieves my very heartstrings.
You have a quick ear.
Aye, I were deaf. It makes me have a slow heart.
I perceive you delight not in music.
Not a whit when it jars so.
Hark! What fine changes in the music.
Aye, that changes the spite.
You would have them always play but one thing?
I would always have one play but one thing. But tell me, host, doth this Proteus that we talk on often resort unto this gentlewoman?
I tell you what Launce's man told me. He loves her, out of all nick.
Where is Launce?
Gone to seek a dog, which tomorrow, by his master's command, he must carry for a present to this lady.
Oh, peace, stand aside, the company parts.
Fear not, Sir Chorio. I will so plead you will say my cunning drift excels.
Where meet we?
At St. Gregory's Well.
Farewell.
Madam, good even to your ladyship.
Who is that spake?
One. Lady, if you knew his pure heart's truth, you would quickly learn to know him by his voice.
Sir Proteus, as I take...
Proteus! Gentle lady and your servant.
What's your will?
That I may compass yours.
You have your wish. My will is even this, that presently you hie you home to bed. Thou subtle, perjured, false, disloyal man, think'st thou I am so shallow, so conceitless, to be seduced by thy flattery that hast deceived so many with thy vows? Return and make thy love amends. For me, by this pale queen of night I swear, I am so far from granting thy request that I despise thee for thy wrongful suit, and by intend to chide myself, even for this time I spend in talking to thee.
I grant, sweet love, that I did love a lady, but she's dead.
'Twere false if I should speak, for I am sure she is not buried.
Say that she be. Yet Valentine, thy friend, survives, to whom thyself art witness I am betrothed. And art thou not ashamed to wrong him with thy importunacy?
I likewise hear that Valentine is dead.
And so suppose am I. For in his grave assure thyself, my love is buried.
Sweet lady, let me rake it from the earth.
Go to thy lady's grave and call hers thence, or at the least, in hers sepulchre thine.
Madam, if your heart be so obdurate, vouchsafe me yet your picture for my love, the picture which is hanging in your chamber. To that I'll speak, to that I'll sigh and weep, for since the substance of your perfect self is else devoted, I am but a shadow, and to your shadow will I make true love.
I am very loath to be your idol, sir. But since your falsehood shall become you well, to worship shadows and adore false shapes, send to me in the morning and I'll send it, and so good rest.
As wretches have overnight that wait execution in the morn.
Come, host, will you go?
By my halidom, I was fast asleep.
Pray you, where lies Proteus?
Marry, at my house. Trust me, I think 'tis almost day.
Not so. Yet it hath been the longest night that e'er I watched. And the most heaviest.
This is the hour that Madame Sylvia entreated me to call and know her mind. There's some great matter she'd employ me in. Madam! Madam!
Who calls?
Your servant and your friend, one that attends your ladyship's command.
Sir Eglamour, 1,000 times good morrow.
As many, worthy lady, to yourself. According to your ladyship's impose, I am thus early come to know what 'tis your pleasure to command me in.
Oh, Eglamour, thou art a gentleman. Think not I flatter, for I swear I do not. Valiant, wise, remorseful, well accomplished. Thou art not ignorant what dear goodwill I bear unto the banished Valentine, nor how my father would enforce me marry vain Thurio, whom my very soul abhorred. Thyself hast loved, and I have heard thee say no grief did ever come so near thy heart as when thy lady and thy true love died, upon whose grave thou vowedst pure chastity. Sir Eglamour, I would to Valentine, to Mantua, where I hear he makes abode, and for the ways are dangerous to pass, I do desire thy worthy company, upon whose faith and honour I repose. Urge not my father's anger, Eglamour, but think upon my grief. A lady's grief, and on the justice of my flying hence, to keep me from a most unholy match, which heaven and fortune still rewards with plagues. I do desire thee, even from a heart as full of sorrows as the sea of sands, to bear me company and go with me. If not, to hide what I have said to thee, that I may venture to depart alone.
Madam, I pity much your grievances, which, since I know they virtuously are placed, I give consent to go along with you, recking as little what betideth me as much I wish all good befortune you. When will you go?
This evening coming.
Where shall I meet you?
At Friar Patrick's cell, where I intend holy confession.
I will not fail your ladyship. Good morrow, gentle lady.
Good morrow, kind Sir Eglamour.
When a man's servant shall play the cur with him, look you, it goes hard. Oi! One that I brought up of a puppy. One that I saved from drowning when 3 or 4 of his blind brothers and sisters went to it. Oh, I have taught him. Even as one would say, thus would I teach a dog. I was sent to deliver him as a present to Madame Sylvia from my master. And no sooner came I into the dining chamber than he steps me to her trencher and steals her capon's leg. Oh, it is a foul thing when a cur cannot keep himself in all companies. I would have, as one should say, one who takes upon him to be a dog indeed, to be, as it were, a dog in all things. If I had not had more wit than he to take upon me a fault that he did, I think verily he hath been hanged for it. Yes. Sure as I live, he had suffered for it. Well, you shall judge. He thrusts me himself into the company of 3 or 4 gentlemanlike dogs under the Duke's table. He had not been there, bless the mark, more than a pissing while when all the chamber smelt him. Out with the dog, says one. What cur is that, says another. Whip him out, says a third. Hang him up, says the Duke. Yeah. I, having been acquainted with the smell before, knew it was crab. And goes me to the fellow who whips the dogs. Friend, quoth I, you mean to whip the dog? Aye, marry, I do, quoth he. What, you do him the more wrong, quoth I, for it was I did the thing you wot of. He makes me no more ado, but he whips me out of the chamber. How many servants would do that for their master? Oh, hey, where? Nay, I'll be sworn. I have sat in the stocks for puddings he hath stolen, otherwise he'd been executed. I've stood in the pillory for geese he hath killed, otherwise he had suffered for it. Thou thinks not of this now. Nay, I remember the trick you served me when we took our leave of Madam Sylvia. Did I not bid thee still mark me and do as I do? Well, when hast thou ever seen me heave up my leg and make water on a gentlewoman's farthingale? Didst thou ever see me do such a trick?
Sebastian is thy name. I like thee well and will employ thee in some service presently.
In what you please, I'll do what I can.
I hope thou wilt. How now, you whoreson peasant? Where have you been these 2 days loitering?
Marry, sir, I carried Madam Sylvia, the dog you bade me.
And what says she to my little jewel?
Marry, she said your dog was a cur, and currish thanks are good enough for such a present.
But she received my dog.
No, indeed, did she not. And here I have brought him back again.
What? Didst thou offer her this from me?
Oh, aye, sir. The other squirrel was stolen from me by the Amman's boys in the marketplace. And then I gave her mine own, which is a dog as big as 10 of yours, and therefore the gift the greater.
Go, get thee hence and find my dog again, or ne'er return again unto my sight. Away, I say, stayest thou to vex me here? A slave that's still an end turns me to shame. Sebastian, I have entertained thee, partly that I have need of such a youth that can with some discretion do my business, for 'tis no trusting yon foolish lout, but chiefly for thy face and thy behaviour, which, if my augury deceive me not, witness good bringing up, fortune and truth. Therefore know thou, for this I entertain thee. Go presently and take this ring with thee. Deliver it unto Madam Sylvia. She loved me well, delivered it to me.
It seems you loved not her to leave her token. She is dead, belike.
Not so, I think she lives.
Alas.
Why dost thou cry, alas?
I cannot choose but pity her.
Wherefore shouldst thou pity her?
Because methinks that she loved you as well as you do love your lady Sylvia. She dreams on him that has forgot her love, you dote on her that cares not for your love. 'Tis pity that love should be so contrary, and thinking of it makes me cry, alas.
Well, give her the ring, and there with all this letter. That's her chamber. Tell my lady I seek the promise of her heavenly picture. Your message done, hie home to my chamber, where thou wilt find me sad and solitary.
women would do such a message. Alas, poor Proteus, thou hast entertained a fox to be the shepherd of thy lambs. Alas, poor fool. Why do I pity him, that with his very heart despiseth me? Because he loves her, he despiseth me. Because I love him, I must pity him. This ring I gave him when he parted from me, to bind him to remember my goodwill. And now am I, unhappy messenger, to plead for that which I would not obtain, to carry that which I would have refused, to praise his faith, which I would have dispraised. I am my master's true confirmed love, but cannot be true servant to my master unless I prove false traitor to myself. Yet will I woo for him, but yet so coldly as heaven knows I will not have him speed. Gentlewoman, good day. I pray you be my mean to bring me where to speak with Madam Sylvia.
What would you with her, if that I be she?
If you be she, I do entreat your patience to hear me speak a message I am sent on.
From whom?
From my master, Proteus, madam.
Oh, he sends you for a picture.
Aye, madam.
Ursula, bring my picture there. Go. Give your master this. Tell him from me, one Julia, that his changing thoughts forget would better fit his chamber than this shadow.
Madam, please you peruse this paper. Pardon me, madam, I have unadvised delivered you a paper I should not. This is the letter to your ladyship.
I pray thee, let me look on that again.
May not be, good madam, pardon me.
There, hold. I will not look upon your master's lines. I know they are stuffed with protestations and full of new-found oaths, which he will break as easily as I do tear his paper.
Madam, he sends your ladyship this ring.
The more shame for him that he sends it me, for I have heard him say 1,000 times his Julia gave it him at his departure. Though his false finger hath profaned the ring, mine shall not do his Julia so much wrong.
She thanks you.
What sayest thou?
I thank you, madam, that you tender her. Poor gentle woman, my master wrongs her much.
Dost thou know her?
Almost as well as I do know myself. To think upon her woes, I do protest that I have wept 100 several times.
Belike she thinks that Proteus hath forsook her.
I think she doth, and that's her cause of sorrow.
Is she not passing fair?
She hath been fairer, madam, than she is. When she did think my master loved her well, she, in my judgment, was as fair as you. But since she did neglect her looking-glass and threw her sun-expelling mask away, the air hath starved the roses in her cheeks and pinched the lily tincture of her face, that now she has become as black as I.
How tall was she?
About my stature. For at Pentecost, when all our pageants of delight were played, our youth got me to play the woman's part. And I was trimmed in Madame Julia's gown, which served me as fit, by all men's judgments, as if the garment had been made for me. Therefore, I know she is about my height. And at the time, I made her weep a good, for I did play a lamentable part. Madam, 'twas Ariadne, passioning for Theseus' perjury and unjust flight, which I so lively acted with my tears that my poor mistress, moved therewithal, wept bitterly. And would I might be dead if I, in thought felt not her very sorrow.
She is beholding to thee, gentle youth. Alas, poor lady, desolate and left, I weep myself to think upon thy words. Here, youth, there is my purse. I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake, because thou lovest her. Farewell.
And she shall thank you for it, if e'er you know her. A virtuous gentlewoman, mild and beautiful. I hope my master's suit will be but cold, since she respects my mistress' love so much. Alas, how love can trifle with itself. Here is her picture. Let me see. I think if I had such attire, this face of mine were full as lovely as is this of hers. And yet, the painter flattered her a little. Unless I flatter with myself too much. Her hair is yellow. Mine is perfect brown. If that be all the difference in his love, I'll get me such a coloured periwig. Her eyes are grey as glass, and so are mine. Aye, but her forehead's low, and mine's as high. What should it be that he respects in her that I can make respective in myself, if this fond love were not a blinded God? Come, shadow, come and take this shadow up, for 'tis thy rival. O thou senseless form, thou shalt be worshipped, kissed, loved, and adored, and were there sense in his idolatry, my substance should be statue in thy stead. I'll use thee kindly for thy mistress' sake that used me so. Or else, by Jove, I vow I should have scratched out your unseeing eyes to make my master out of love with thee.
The sun begins to gild the western sky, and now it is about the very hour that Madame Sylvia at Friar Patrick's cell should meet me. She will not fail, for lovers break not hours unless it be to come before their time. So much they spur their expedition. See where she comes. Lady, a happy evening.
Amen, amen. Go on, good Eglamour. Out at the postern by the abbey wall. I fear I am attended by some spies.
Fear not. The forest is not 3 leagues off. If we recover that, we are sure enough.
What says Sylvia to my suit?
Oh, sir, I find her milder than she was, and yet she takes exception at your person.
What, that my leg is too long?
No, that it is too little.
I'll wear a boot to make it somewhat rounder.
But love will not be spurred to what it loathes.
What says she to my face?
She says it is a fair one.
Nay then, the wanton lies, how likes she my discourse?
Ill when you talk of war.
But well when I discourse of love and peace.
But better indeed when you hold your peace.
What says she to my valour?
Oh, sir, she makes no doubt of that.
She needs not when she knows it's cowardice.
What says she to my birth?
That you are well derived.
True, from a gentleman to a fool.
Now considers she my possessions?
Oh, aye, sir, and pities them.
Wherefore?
That such an ass should own them.
For they are out at least.
How now, Sir Protheus? How now, Curio? Which of you saw Eglamour of late?
Not I.
Nor I.
Saw you my daughter?
Neither.
Why, then she's fled unto that peasant Valentine, and Eglamour is in her company. 'Tis true, for Friar Lawrence met them both as he in penance wandered through the forest. Him he knew well and guessed that it was her, but being masked, he was not sure of it. Besides, she did intend confession at Patrick's cell this evening, and there she was not. And these likelihoods confirm her flight from hence. Therefore, I pray you, stand not to discourse, but meet with me upon the rising of the mountain foot that leads to Mantua, whither they are fled.
Why, thus it is to be a peevish girl that flies her fortune when it follows her. I'll after, more to be revenged on Eglamour than for love of reckless Sylvia.
And I will follow, more for Sylvia's love than hate of Eglamour that goes with her.
Dispatch, sweet gentlemen, and follow me.
And I will follow, more to cross that love than hate of Sylvia, who has gone for love.
We must bring you to our captain.
1,000 more mischances than this one have learned me how to brook this patiently.
Come, bring her away.
Where is the gentleman that was with her? Being nimble-footed, he hath outrun us. Yeah, but Moses and Valeria follow him. Go thou with her to the west end of the wood. There is our captain. We'll follow him that's fled. The thicket is beset, he cannot escape.
Come, we must bring you to our captain's cave. Oh, fear not. He bears an honourable mind and will not use a woman lawlessly.
Oh, Valentine, this I endure for thee.
How use doth breed a habit in a man. This shadowy desert, and these unfrequented woods, I'd better brook than flourishing peopled towns. Here can I sit alone, unseen of any, and to the nightingale's complaining notes tune my distresses and record my woes. Oh, thou that dost inhabit in my breast, leave not the mansion so long tenantless, lest, growing ruinous, the building fall and leave no memory of what it was. Repair me with thy presence, Sylvia, thou gentle nymph. Cherish thy forlorn swain. What hallowing and what stir is this today? These are my mates that make their wills their law, have some unhappy passenger in chase. They love me well, yet I have much to do to keep them from uncivil outrages. Withdraw thee, Valentine. Who's this comes here? Why, how like a dream is this I see and hear? Love, lend me patience to forbear a while.
Madam, this service have I done for you. though you respect not aught your servant doth, to hazard life and rescue you from him that would have forced your honour and your love. Vouchsafe me for my meed but one fair look. A smaller boon than this I cannot beg, and less than this I'm sure you cannot give.
Oh, miserable, unhappy that I am!
Unhappy were you, madam, ere I came. But by my coming have I made you happy.
By thy approach thou makest me most unhappy. Had I been seized by a hungry lion, I would have been a breakfast to the beast, rather than have false Proteus rescue me. Oh, God! Be judged how I love Valentine! Whose life's as tender to me as my soul. And full as much, for more there cannot be. I do detest false, perjured Proteus. Therefore, be gone. Solicit me no more.
What dangerous action, stood it next to death, would I not undergo for one calm look? Oh, 'tis the curse in love, and still approved, when women cannot love where they're beloved.
When Proteus cannot love where he's beloved. Read over Julia's heart, thy first, best love, for whose dear sake thou didst then rend thy faith into 1,000 oaths. And all those oaths descended into perjury to love me. Thou hast no faith left now, unless thou'st two. And that's far worse than none. Better have none than plural faith, which is too much by one. Thou counterfeit to thy true friend.
In love, who respects friends?
All men but Proteus!
Nay, if the gentle spirit of moving words cannot change you to a milder form, I'll woo you like a soldier at arm's end, and love you gainst the nature of love. Force ye, I'll force you, yield to my desire.
Ruffian! Let go that rude, uncivil touch, thou friend of an ill fashion. Thou common friend that is without faith or love, for such is a friend now. Thou treacherous man, thou hast beguiled my hopes. Naught but my eye could have persuaded me. Now I dare not say I have one friend alive. Thou wouldst disprove me. No. Who can be trusted when one's right hand is perjured to the bosom? Oh, Proteus, I am sorry I must never trust thee more, but count the world a stranger for thy sake. The private wound is the deepest. Oh, time most accursed. Amongst all foes that a friend should be the worst.
My shame and guilt confound me. Forgive me. Valentine, if hearty sorrow be sufficient ransom for offence, I tender it here. I do as truly suffer as ever I did commit.
Then I am paid. And once again I do receive thee honest, who by repentance is not satisfied, is nor of heaven nor earth, for these are pleased. By penitence the Eternal's wraths appeased, and so that my love may appear plain and free, all that was mine in Sylvia, I give thee.
Oh, me unhappy.
Look to the boy.
Boy? Why wag? Speak, what's the matter?
Oh, my good sir. My master charged me deliver a ring to Madame Sylvia, which out of my neglect was never done.
Let me see that ring, boy.
It is. This is it.
Why? This is the ring I did give unto Julia.
Oh. I cry you mercy, sir. I have mistook this as the ring you sent to Sylvia.
How camest thou by this ring? At my depart I did give it unto Julia.
And Julia herself did give it me. And Julia herself hath brought it hither. Behold her, that gave aim to all thy oaths, and entertained him deeply in her heart. How oft hast thou with perjury cleft the root? O Proteus, let this habit make thee blush. Be thou ashamed that I have took upon me such an immodest raiment, if shame live in a disguise of love. It is the lesser blot modesty finds, women to change their shapes, than men their minds.
Than men their minds. Oh, heaven, 'tis true. Were man but constant, he were perfect. That one error fills him with faults, makes him run through all the sins. Inconstancy falls off ere it begins. What is in Sylvia's face that I may not spy more fresh in Julia's with a constant eye?
Oh, come, come, come. A hand from either. Let me be blessed to make this happy close. 'Twere pity such friends should be long foes.
Bear witness heaven. I have my wish forever.
And I mine.
Forbear, I say! Huh? It is the Duke. Your grace is welcome to a man disgraced. Banished Valentine.
Valentine.
Yonder is Sylvia, and Sylvia's mine!
Tyrio, give back, or else embrace thy death. Come not within the measure of my wrath. Do not name Sylvia thine, if once again Milan will not hold thee. Here she stands. Take but possession of her with a touch. I dare thee but to breathe upon my love.
Sir Valentine, I care not for her. I hold him but a fool that will endanger his body for a girl that loves him not. I claim her not. Therefore she is thine.
More degenerate and base art thou, to make such means for her as thou hast done, and leave her on such slight conditions. Now, upon the honour of mine ancestry, I do applaud thy spirit, Valentine, for thou art worthy of an emperor's love. Now then, I here forget all former griefs, cancel all grudge, repeal thee home again. lead a new state in thy unrivalled merit, to which I thus subscribe. Sir Valentine, thou art a gentleman, and well derived. Take thou thy Sylvia. Thou hast deserved her.
Oh, I thank your grace. The gift hath made me happy. I now beseech you, for your daughter's sake, to grant one boon that I shall ask of you.
I grant it to thine own, whate'er it be.
These banished men that I have kept withal are men endued with worthy qualities. Forgive them for what they have committed here, and let them be recalled from their exile. But they are reformed and civil and full of good and fit for great employment, worthy lord.
Thou hast prevailed. I pardon them and thee. Dispose of them as thou knowest their deserts. Come, let us go. We will include all Charles with triumphs, mirth, and rare solemnity.
Oh, and as we walk along, I dare be bold with our discourse to make your grace to smile. What think you of this page, my lord?
He hath some grace in him. He blushes.
I warrant you, my lord, more grace than boy.
What mean you by that saying?
Please it, I will tell you as we walk along that you will wonder what hath fortuned here. Come, Proteus. It is your penance but to hear the story of your loves discovered. That done, our day of marriage shall be yours. One feast, one house, and one mutual happiness.